Boy, you know you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, dope. 'Cause you serve me on a regular. Boy, these daddies rude.
Hi everyone, I'm Saida. If you don't already know me, I'm a pole dancer and I have a few tips and tricks on how to do a fish flop in heels. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need are some socks. Definitely need socks for your feet. Okay. And then you're going to need some knee pads, definitely to support your knees. Yeah, and then you're going to need some heels of your choice or just socks, doesn't matter. Okay, so we are on to the warm up. Simple neck circles is something that I like to do to warm up. So, okay, so now we're gonna start rolling out the wrist. Look at those arms. Like, okay, anyways. um, well, this is another dynamic warm up that I like to get started on before I start fish flopping because this helps support the wrist from any injuries for when we start using our hands to flop. So the next thing we're gonna do are some hip openers. So what I like to do is just you can get into a child's pose in this position. But the goal is to really open up your hips, even a little wider if you can. And when you lean forward, you're putting the weight in your wrist. So you're getting that mobility at the same time. So the next thing I like to do, like I said before, putting the weight in your wrist, but when you're also doing these circular motions, you are, warming up the shoulders, you're warming up the wrist, you're warming up the hands. And as you can see, you can add in some cat and cow movements to warm up the back, the mid and upper back. Okay, and now we're gonna get into our cobra stretch. Just gonna sit and hold this position for at least 2 to 3 seconds, then come back up, do the same thing. And our last and final stretch, we're just gonna grab the ankles and this is so funny. We're gonna rock back and forth. This stretches out the upper back and a little of the lower back, but mainly the upper back. You should feel that stretch in. Okay, so we are back in action. So after we've put on all of our preparations, which were the knee pads, the heels, and the socks, we're just gonna start off by doing some candle stands. Okay, so the goal in this candle stand position is really to keep your hips up and to also keep your feet high towards the ceiling. So pretty much the longer the hips are up and the feet are high towards the ceiling, the better the chances are for your chest to hit the floor first when you're fish flopping. So okay, so the next thing we're going to do is the shoulder roll. So pretty much, instead of shooting your hips and legs up, you're going to be shooting your hips and legs behind you. So bringing your hips and legs behind you, you're also going to be using your hands to roll onto one shoulder and also turning your head to finish the complete shoulder roll. So let's go ahead and try that in slow motion. Okay, so now we are fish flopping. Fish flopping is very similar to shoulder rolling, so I'm gonna break this whole thing down so you can understand what exactly we are doing. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is rock back into your candle stand. To finish out the candle stand, you're going to use your hands for support. And coming down, you want to put your weight on one shoulder, keeping the hips up and also turning the head. This is very similar to the shoulder roll. So in this position, my feet are still towards the ceiling, supported by my hands, and my chest is rolling before I get to my knees. So I just wanted to stop it right here to tell you that it's chest first, belly second, and you want to make sure you tuck those knees in last. So I will go ahead and show you this move one last time. And again, I suggest doing this move pretty fast so you can keep the momentum of your fish flop.